183 laps into the record book. Teresa Fittipaldi, her lucky earring, as she waves Emil on every lap, trying to give him what she calls winning energy. It worked once before. It was worth $1 million for Fittipaldi. This restart, it'll be critical. Penske, the owner of Fittipaldi's car.
This is a bad break for Mario, Paul, because they're going to go green the next time. The crew's not going to be able to get those tires off.
The 51 car makes it stop into the pits. Gary Bettenhausen. Let's get an update on Fittipaldi from Gary Gerald.
One of the things they're optimistic about in the Fittipaldi camp, Paul, is the fact that they believe their car does work better as that fuel load recedes, and he's been hanging in solidly with Mansell, so they think they'll have an opportunity to challenge here in these final laps.
Well, this is going to guarantee, Paul, everybody enough fuel till the end, because all these yellow flags are really stockpiling the mileage they can have.
Fittipaldi, the lone Chevrolet representative in the top five, out to battle all of these Ford engines. Roger Penske listening so carefully, wondering what will happen.
It's out of Penske's hands right now. It's up to the drivers.
It's out of everyone's hands, but these six. Notice Raul is now up into fourth place. And here they come. The green flag flies. And Fittipaldi trying to catch position on Mansell. Is this inexperience for Mansell, giving it over to Fittipaldi? And look at Lyondike as he moves to second place.
Desperate pass by Ari Lyondike, a very good pass. Really got Mansell asleep on that one. Boy, Fittipaldi run through here. Turn two wide open, Paul.
That was an inexperienced move by Mansell. He should have gotten on the throttle sooner. If it had been Fittipaldi or Little Al, you can bet they would have.
Fittipaldi becomes a record 12th leader of the Indianapolis 500 with 15 laps to go.
I just don't think
not over yet, Bobby.
I just don't think Mansell realized how hungry these guys were to try to win the biggest race in the world.
Jack Harut, you have an update on that pass.
Paul, Jim McGee was on the radio when they dropped the green flag, trying to tell Mansell how to get the jump. He didn't get it.
That comes from experience. He's learned all day, but he didn't learn that part. Now through here, Lyondike through here, and then Mansell all hooked up.
But Mansell has recovered his nerves. He now has two passes he must make. The first one on Lyondike, and then, of course, the one on Fittipaldi. Can he do it? 14 laps to go.
Don't give up on Raul Boisel, because he's in this case as well.
They've just raised their speed up from about 197 miles an hour to running almost 210 miles an hour left, Paul.
Sprinting to the finish of the Indy 500. The picture, of course, of Boisel as we watch Nigel Mansell. Fittipaldi just 1 second ahead of Lyondike.
Mansell's getting into the turns fast, but he's slow coming off of them, which is blunting his attack. And meantime, Fittipaldi is getting away. If Mansell's going to make a move, it's got to be now on Lyondike, or forget it.
And you know right now, they've all got them in their race gears. Remember we said, they have a cruise gear and a race gear. I guarantee you they're all in the race gear right now.
13 laps to go. Remember, too, historically, the person who leads at lap 190 does not always win the Indianapolis 500. Closest finish among the top three, 1.8 seconds and 86. Rahal, Kogan, Mears, owing to a late race yellow.
Emerson pulling away just a little bit, but still looking very smooth through here, Paul.
We have the makings of a very tight finish here at Indy. Boisel closes on Mansell. Lyondike closes on Fittipaldi.
And Fittipaldi, you might think at his age, he's in his mid-40s, would he be getting tired now? No. He is extremely fitter a couple of years ago in a contest at Pele. I think he's good for the last laps at full throttle.
Brazilian run first and fourth at Indy right now. Boy, Mansell got it way high coming off that last corner.
Mansell's battling it off the turns. There's no question. He's swooping into the turns well. He just can't bring the car off the turn.
The Hanley and Mario Andretti His car's also been fixed. We can hear him go through turn 2, and he's wide open, trying to catch the other guys.
So to speak, on the comparison between Ford and Chevrolet was that Ford had more power. But here, a Chevrolet in the lead is being pursued by two Fords, and they're making no impression on it at all.
Ammo is still pulling away, Sam. He's just pulling away a little bit each lap.
Well, if the common knowledge was that the Fords were faster, Fittipaldi is disproving that at this moment. Now 2.6 seconds ahead of Luyendyk. Luyendyk 3 seconds ahead of Nigel Mansell. The interval is widening at this moment.
And they sit right there and they adjust everything they can. They get their boost gauges where they get utterly the maximum boost that they can get. They have them again in their race gear. It's flat out to the finish.
Fittipaldi turned the last lap at 211 miles an hour, a full 2 miles an hour faster than Luyendyk and 5 faster than Mansell.
He's run the race the way Rick Mears used to run it, just keeping in the headwaters of the race until the last minute, making sure that his setup was right, and then going for it. And you see the interval, it's going up.
And that interval's enough to where he can break the draft. They're not getting a lot of benefit from his dirty air behind him there, Sam and Paul.
Look at the distance now. Plenty of room between Fittipaldi and second place Luyendyk. He pulls away, 9 laps to go.
Remember, Emerson won the championship and the Indy 500, as you see Roger Penske back in 1989, 4 years ago. 4 years is too long ago, Emerson said. It's time for something new.
Pass Bobby Unser again.
He's there still looking very good, too. Watch Mansell trying his best to catch up. It's yellow again, Paul.
Yellow. The yellow comes out. This will slow the field again. And depending on how long it takes, indication is that Nigel Mansell brushed the wall, and that brought out the yellow.
That comes as no surprise to me at all. He's been riding a bucking bronco for the last few laps since the restart. Here he is. Let's look on the
over.
right.
Nothing obvious there. Nose wing is in place. All suspension members appear straight. Mansell doesn't seem to be bothered by it.
Not everything is smooth. You don't see the car jumping or anything moving around erratic at all, Paul.
Equipment didn't roll, so they should be able to come back to green rather quickly. As soon as they get there. Look at Nigel jump. What's he doing there, Bobby? He took it over onto the rumble strips for a second. Let's watch here.
He's probably just feeling, trying to see if everything is all right. He knows what he's done, whatever it is, but it didn't happen over here, so I didn't have a report on it.
Bobby, if he brushed the wall slightly, he might have an alignment problem, and he just wanted to see, right, how the car felt to him.
Yes, that's right, Sam, but he gives no indication of wanting to pull in and get it checked.
No, I agree.
I think he's going for broke on the thing right now.
It's all he really can do. A pit stop he'd be history if he pitted.
Almost coming to a full stop as they bunch behind the pace car.
Going to be another bunch up. This is really making this one of the most exciting races I've seen.
This is the best opportunity for Arie Luyendyk all day. He's sitting right behind Emerson Fittipaldi.
Other cars waved around. Chip Ganassi, Luyendyk owner. And everybody has another chance. Though in the last few laps, Fittipaldi has been a good 3 to 4 miles an hour faster than any of the other contenders.
You watch Roger Penske, he knows things can still go wrong.
And as they bunch up, Bobby, there are 10 cars on the leader lap. 7 laps to go. And here is Nigel Mansell on board, coming off of 2. Now watch him. Whoa!
Yeah.
He hit hard enough, Paul and Sam, to get sparks or get fire off the magnesium wheel. Pretty hard hit, so I think he's probably has a good chance it's out of alignment a little bit.
Plus whatever stress damage may exist on that right front wheel and right rear for that matter.
Watch the magnesium right now. Just touch the wall right there. See the flame? That's the magnesium that literally explodes and burns a little bit for a while.
Boy, if you're going to kiss it, though, that's the way to do it. Mansell touches and continues on.
Boy, he rode that out, but now he's got to wonder what has happened to my front suspension. Has it been weakened by the impact? These cars are extremely strong. Chances are he's all right. If he isn't all right, he could risk a very big accident.
And as he goes by us here, we can see the white on the tires. We can see the white on the tires, but we can't see anything else wrong.
Mansell's confidence level might be down just a bit. Let's go to Jack.
Well, then again, it might not, Paul. He radioed into his crew. He said, I got a bit bumpy for a minute, but I'm going to stay out.
He is a fighter.
He is emerging as a master of understatement in this race.
But he does persevere. How many times in his career has Nigel come back from terrible adversity?
Well, with the retirement of Rick Mears and, of course, A.J. Foyt, great masters of the Speedway, people looking for new drivers to root for. Certainly the one we ride with right now, Scott Goodyear is one, and certainly Nigel Mansell is another.
Now let's keep in mind, Nigel hit fairly hard. Whenever you get that fire off the magnesium, it's pretty hard.
They're back green again. Now with 6 laps to go in the Indianapolis 500. Did Mansell learn enough on that last restart? No, Fittipaldi continues to dominate. But he did at least learn, as did Bozell, that they follow the leader everywhere they go. Now 5 laps to go.
Fittipaldi took that restart exactly the way you should. He got in the throttle first, as was his right as the leader of the procession.
Mansell didn't even give his car a chance to get checked out. The guy's going for the
Unbelievable personal courage. They call him the Lion, and you can see why.
But he continues to run high off of the corner. There he comes off fairly low. Mario comes off high. Fittipaldi still pursued by Lyondike. Just 10 miles left in the Indianapolis 500.
Emerson Fittipaldi, world champion twice back in the 1970s, retired from racing, came back into IndyCar racing, won the championship in '89, and now look at this.
Almost pulling away just a little bit more again, just like you did after the last yellow.
Emo may be pulling away, but the top 8 are still running fairly close together on this racetrack. This overall in the top 10 may be the closest finish we've ever seen for the top 10 position.
Roger Penske's assessment of his man, Emerson is tough, hard, and doesn't make mistakes. He has made no mistakes in this drive.
Lyondike is trying to catch him again. Lyondike's going clear down on the rumble strip, using all the racetrack he can go. He's really trying hard. I haven't seen him try this hard in years.
Bobby, he's 1.2 seconds back, but he continues to fall further back. He is not closing in.
He's not falling very fast, though, Sam. He's not giving up.
Emerson Fittipaldi can sense the checkered flag and its $1 million purse just ahead. He ran the last lap at 214 miles an hour, the fastest lap thus far in the Indy 500.
When he comes by here, he sounds like he's wide open. I can't hear him lift at all. Here he comes into turn 2 again, right down to the white line, out next to the wall. Very conservative, but moving on.
The first 5 drivers in the race right now born outside of the United States. This is an international event.
Emerson Fittipaldi continues to pull away from Arie Lyondike. As we watch now for the white flag that will indicate Fittipaldi has just 2.5 miles to go for his second win at the Indianapolis 500. And there it is. Another Penske car heading into the record book. 2.5 miles to go. Fittipaldi works through the short chute, now into the second turn. One more full straightaway to run. 2 corners, the short chute.